Gentleman's time's expired. Gentleman from Texas, Mr. Green is now recognized for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I thank the ranking member as well. And of course, I'm grateful to the Secretary for appearing today. Thank you very much. It's been an honor to work with you. Mr. Secretary,
I'm honored to have another title, but it's just Chair or Gary.
Chair, okay, all right. Mr. Chairman, excuse me. The traditional services of an exchange, if you perform those, broker, clearing agency, these are the kinds of things that should be registered. Is that a fair statement?
Yes, if you're a broker in America, if you're a dealer, an exchange, not only registered, but then comply with the laws so that the public is protected.
Mm. And in your capacity as a chairman, if you are of the opinion that these things are not taking place, are you duty-bound to do what is within your authority to protect the public?
Yes, and we end up being a cop on the beat, and it takes a 5-member commission, but sometimes we bring enforcement actions if people are not properly complying with the laws and registering.
Mm. Public Citizen has indicated that crypto amounts to a giant Ponzi scheme whose victims disproportionately include low and moderate income individuals as well as people of color. I'm concerned about that. I appreciate your being the cop on the beat. I want to protect people from what may be a Ponzi scheme. There are different opinions about this, but what are some of the consequences of having a poorly regulated digital currency?
Well, the crypto token field has, there's been billions of dollars of losses, and in fact, there's some studies that suggest that lower income communities and communities of color have lost more, and that it's not been to their advantage at all to be investing in these assets on average. Really, it's a matter of the American public can decide what investment risks they want to take, but they should have the full and truthful disclosure about those investments if they're under the securities laws, and then the trading platforms themselves should comply with the laws and not be entering into a bunch of conflicted services where they sometimes are trading against their customers on those exchanges.
Mm-hmm. Do you consider the dollar, the American dollar, an effective, efficient digital currency?
Well, the American dollar, which is the sort of the leading currency around the globe, most of it is digital. I mean, we buy a cup of coffee at Starbucks, or we get paid, or we pay our rent digitally. Occasionally, we still use paper or cash.
And do you believe that properly regulated, we can have digital currencies that won't amount to a Ponzi scheme?
Well, I think the U.S. dollar is quite strong, and I think the U.S. dollar, because we use it digitally already, is a form of a digital dollar. Crypto tokens are really quite something different, sir. They're not a currency. They don't, I mean, this is going back into economic history, but they don't fulfill the 3 functions of a currency, of a store of value, a unit of account, a medium of exchange. They might, maybe in another day, but not in 2023, frankly.
Mm. And our failure to act, or your failure, because you're really the person who's in the hot seat, as it were, our failure to act can cause a lot of harm to a lot of people, as we have seen with one circumstance. And I thank you for what you're doing to prevent that harm. I really do. Thank you.
Thank you.
Go back.
Gentleman from Wisconsin.